Good morning from FlowerBerry Farm. This is Jan. I am taking a look at what we've already planted. We're getting things in the ground as we can before the full-blown planting season comes. And everything we've planted so far is frost tolerant. We are still not past the last frost date. So these two plants that you're seeing, those are fig trees. We got them from Menards at a fairly reasonable price, and I was glad to see them. I've wanted figs for a long time. It's an Olympian variety. It's frost tolerant and freeze tolerant down to, I think, 19 degrees. I think it might be lower than that. But I live next door to an Italian woman in Buffalo, New York, and she had a great fig tree, and she just covered it with straw every year, so that's probably what we'll do. And then I planted some thornless blackberries. I know I have blackberries all over the property, but last year I had no berries because of heat and lack of rain. And so I wanted something that I could manage and control the growth on. And then we planted raspberries this year, and a couple of them aren't doing so well, but the roots were good when we planted them, so I'm expecting that they might pop up. And the two on the end, the leaves are still there, so I'm thinking they'll manage. And then we bought some more plants just in case. And then in the back, under the little metal tents, are blueberries, and the ones on the left are doing very well. The ones on the right were doing very well until somebody decided it was a good idea to eat the leaves. So we have some other things, and as you can see as we walk, it's a very beautiful yard. Kind of messy, but I like a little bit of wildness. This is my friend Fritz the cat. He lives up to his name. If you've ever seen the movie or read the comic books, you'll know who he is. And this Fritz the cat is incarnate. So we have these beautiful irises. They're doing very well this year. And I expect that the yellow ones will come up. I have a lot of irises and not quite as many colors as I would like, but not too bad anyway. Mostly yellow, purple that lean pink, and purple that lean blue ones, and then one that is just a stunning purple and white. And then this is the strawberry patch right now. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's doing really well. Lots of blossoms. It's set fruit already, and I think we're going to probably do another one like this. Byron made the cages across the open so I can manage to weed and to harvest and to check. And again, it's things that weren't expensive, things that we already had here. He built the little wooden box out of scrap wood and used PVC for the hoop and zip ties, and it just works out well. It keeps out the critters but lets the pollinators in. And then I have, I have an oregano that comes back every year. Not very charming right now. And then the thyme, it's very hardy. I mean, you can plant thyme in almost any environment and it just doesn't care. So I harvest both of those every year. Then this little spot has garlic and onions. Bush sprouted the garlic this year in water, and it rooted really well, so it's got a good start. The root system was just enormous. And then these two Sorry to be so wobbly. These two are mostly garlic, some onions. And then we have onions here. These were the bundle of, not bulbs, but just the bundles. I don't like those as much. One, they're harder to plant, and if you don't get to them soon, they dry out. And then these are brown onions, or yellow if you want to call them yellow. And then these are red, and we think they're doing quite well. And then farther down, we have another flower bed, and we're fighting with poison ivy. It's just the change in temperature has just, and it's just made it go crazy. The poison ivy's worse than we've seen it ever. So that little white flower, you might be able to see that. That's a wildflower. I think it's a Star of David. And these are alliums that I bought. I think I bought these at Walmart when they were end of season and they were reduced price, and here they are, and they're just beautiful, so feathery. And then this one, I used to think phlox, but now I'm wondering if it's a rocket. If somebody has an idea of which it really is. I found it on a roadside in a back dirt road in Missouri, and I've taken it. I took some up to New Hampshire, and I brought seeds back with me when we moved back here, and threw them, and here they are, and they're here every year, and they're just so beautiful. Sometimes there's more than this, sometimes less. And there's that evil poison ivy. Bourgeois is very sensitive to poison ivy, so we need to get rid of it. And I don't have a reaction to it. So this is the potato patch this year. Bourgeois decided to try using boxes, and the potatoes seem to be very happy. He started them in the house under grow lights to get the leaves short, not leggy, because if they have a lot of light, they will not get all that legginess, and when you plant them, they're more productive. So this is our potato patch. We got the boxes for free at the grocer's, and it works out really well. Earthworms love the boxes. And then these are more onions. These are more brown onions, and these are white onions. Whoops. And that will be a garden. We have mint patches, and I harvest that for tea. And this is our sad little asparagus bed. I need to do some things with it, but it's just hard when you're 70 to do all of it. Plus I work still. So anyway, that's the story for today about where we are with the garden, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.